Climate change is a global reality, impacting every aspect of our lives: our cities, our villages, our health, and our livelihoods. For instance, many of India's cities are now facing more and frequent heat waves. By 2030, India is expected to lose about 34 million jobs because of global warming. Climate disasters are going to displace about 45 million Indians from their homes by 2050. While these numbers show a projection of the future, climate impacts are already being felt. If you live in North India, you surely feel the air pollution every time you step out in the winters. Similarly, if you belong to a coastal town, you might have faced the disruption heavy and erratic rains bring to the lives and livelihoods of the locals. A problem as big as climate change cannot be solved at an individual level. We need collective action and support from all stakeholders, industries, governments, NGOs, and citizens to sustainably control emissions and promote a climate-friendly way of living. However, civil servants hold a unique position in the fight against climate change. You hold the power to mobilize communities and at the same time steer government efforts towards crafting a more climate-friendly world, which makes you a catalyst for change and a potential climate leader. Climate leadership is about steering India's development towards a greener, more resilient future. For civil servants, embracing climate leadership also means integrating a climate lens into every plan, every policy, and every project. As a central-level civil servant, your decisions can impact progress across the nation. You can embed climate considerations into national policies across sectors like energy, transport, and agriculture to make them more resilient over the long term. You can also advocate for and create regulations that promote the use of electric vehicles and renewable energy sources nationwide. You can foster collaborations with global entities for technological exchanges and knowledge sharing on climate solutions. Finally, you can launch nationwide awareness campaigns to educate the public about the importance of conservation, recycling, and reducing carbon footprints. You can also support educational institutions in creating curriculums that integrate environmental studies and sustainability. At state-level civil servants, you are the bridge between macro policies and grassroots action. You can customize national policies to suit the unique needs and challenges of your state, considering regional ecosystems and climate vulnerabilities. You can also implement state-level incentives and subsidies for local businesses transitioning to sustainable practices, and create regional plans for water conservation, afforestation, and soil conservation based on local terrains and weather patterns. As we discussed earlier, data collection initiatives are critical for informed decision-making. As state-level bureaucrats, you can establish systems to monitor and report on greenhouse gas emissions, air and water quality, and other environmental indicators within the state. You can also set up platforms for sharing best practices among districts and communities to accelerate the adoption of sustainable initiatives. Finally, as district-level civil servants, the impact of your work is felt directly at the grassroots. You can leverage your unique position among local communities, introduce waste segregation and management programs. You can also implement community-led reforestation and biodiversity conservation initiatives in ecologically sensitive areas and promote decentralized renewable energy solutions like solar panels for rural households or small-scale wind turbines. You can play a key role in driving climate education initiatives at the last mile. Facilitate the integration of environmental education into school curriculums. Facilitate community-driven conservation projects and encourage the adoption of eco-friendly practices in local businesses and markets. Your leadership can catalyze a nationwide movement, fostering innovation, inspiring communities, and creating a legacy of sustainability for generations to come. Thus, we encourage you to take charge as climate leaders and guide India towards a better future. Embrace this role, lead the way, and make a lasting impact on India's future.